Hey folks, welcome to another episode of my painting diary. This is week 6 for year 2021, and we're going to go through some of the models I painted this week, or last week. Okay, so first of all, you're staring at some Stark Sworn Swords. These are from the Song of Fire and Ice, or Ice and Fire, no, Fire and Ice miniatures game from CMON. These are not mine, these are for the Kaiser over at Modeling for Advantage. I'll put a link in the show notes below so you can go check out his channel. He's doing the Stark side of the game, and I'm doing the Lannisters, but I'm painting up his side first. These are all 12 of there's I think 24 in the box of the Sworn Swords. These were all 12 of the same model. So I painted those 12 first. I made a couple of variations to the color schemes. So like, for example, some of them have lighter brown tunics underneath their white cloaks. And some of them have grey, some of them have darker brown. It's just subtle changes. It doesn't make a vast difference. It's just if you look closely, you can see it. But on the tabletop from the distance, say, you're looking from, they all have a very similar look. And of course, they have the Starks, the wolf sigil on the shields and on the chest plate, on the chest with their swords. Lots of armor. Pretty decent miniatures. I quite like them. They're very basic, very standard. Just to show you, there are a couple of other poses as well. So we got this one, which has got the wooden shield and the sort of striking forward pose, whereas this one has got like a metal shield or an iron shield, if you like, and he's sort of advancing. So these are a couple more poses. They were the next lot I do, but I thought I'd show you these 12 first. Now, I'd also like to just add to this, I'm hitting the Game of Thrones hard. I've watched all 8 seasons of the TV show again. While I've been painting, I've been watching that, and even at night time when I'm not painting, I've been binging a couple more episodes. And I'm just listening to the books on audio. I've been watching videos on YouTube about the lore and the background and the world. I've become a massive fan of this game. The lore, the history, if you like. The game itself, I've had a couple look at some battle reports and stuff. It seems decent. I will definitely be giving it a go when the time comes. But as for now, I am just painting up some miniatures. I know, they don't look great in this light. My light is terrible. But they came out pretty decently. Anyway, so that's the first thing. On to the next thing. Right, so what you're looking at here is the figures from the Blood Rage board game. So you saw a couple of weeks ago, I did a sort of sea monster and some tokens and some ruined buildings. These are some of the monsters that go with that particular game. So these are not 100% finished yet. I still need a couple more details, eyes, teeth, stuff like that to pick out. But they'll go into the drawer now until the whole commission is done for this wave. And then I'll come back and pull in all those details. So I thought I'd show you what they look like. So these are some of the monsters and giants and trolls and giant boars and things like that. There's a werewolf in the middle there. Troll. There's another giant or troll. I'm not sure. It's quite a cool giant over there. Get him in shot. What's interesting about this model is that his model is actually modeled with like not fur but like matted hair everywhere. So it's quite tough to paint a skin tone and then have to go and mess it up, you know, with all the matted hair everywhere. The female giant. That's quite a nice wolf. It comes attached to the rock. They're giving it sort of a dirtier undercarriage. And then you got the pig. Some golden armor and horns everywhere. So like I said, I still got to fill in all the details like his eyes and finish off the teeth and stuff like that. Same with the werewolf. But these are all from the same board game, Blood Rage. Got a few more miniatures to do for this first wave. Got a big like serpent thing that I'm working on. I'll show you that. This is what's coming up next week, hopefully. Got to finish off this bad boy. And then a few characters sort of on the same scale as the werewolf. And then there's a couple more monsters left. But that is another 7 miniatures for Blood Rage done. They'll go into the Blood Rage commission drawer. And as soon as the other lot is finished, I can then contact the customer and go, alright man, all your stuff for the first wave is done. These are quite detailed miniatures. Keep in mind these are board game figures. So they're pretty decently molded and sculpted and got a lot of detail. They're actually quite fun to paint. If it wasn't for the fact that I've already done 3 or 4 sets of these already. And I haven't. That doesn't include my own one, as I haven't done my own one yet. But there you go. So I've got one more thing for this week. And so the final thing this week is, oops, sorry about that. The final thing this week is my Templar Knights, or at least my first unit of Templar Knights. They're not 100% done yet either. The Standard-Bearer over there hasn't done, he's got his standard arm yet. Reason being, you might have seen in my hobby project video, I wasn't happy with the flag that I got. So I'm going to have to make flags for them. So I'm going to keep that separate for the moment being. And I've just finished hand painting the crosses on the shields. So I need to go back over the shields and just tie them all back in together again. But for the most part, I think that's roughly about done. I didn't want to go overboard with the crosses. So you can see that where I've still colored in the shield, I need to tie them all back in together again. But once I'm done, then this will be basically complete. And I also didn't put 4 crosses on the body of the horse. I just put 1 on each flank, mainly to save time, as that's a lot of crosses I've got to keep painting in. That takes a lot of time. But I'm reasonably happy with this. Like I said, I think once the banner bearer is added to the unit, it'll tie the unit better together. And I get them a bit of a grungier look. I don't know if you can tell the back of their cloaks, bottom of the shields, or like I said, I have to fix the shield though. And I'll probably put some on the horses at the bottom as well, as I haven't done that yet. But that is my unit of Templar Knights. Now this unit, just in case you were wondering, is obviously going to go with my Templars Crusader army. So I've got King Richard over there, and just quickly show you one of the other Crusader models I've painted. These are all from Fireforge Games, and I got another unit of knights already prepped up. Just to bring them out, I might as well bring one out, show you. These ones, we're going to have lances and their great helms, and they're all base coated, undercoated rather, and ready to go. And that is everything I did for this week, 6th of in February 2021. What is that? That's 12 plus another 6 cavalry. That's 18 plus the 7 Blood Rage things. That's like 25 figures, roughly. I mean, if you count the horses as 2s, because obviously you got thinking separate. Maybe count that as 2s. I don't know. But that's quite a few figures done for this week. I've already started working on the next batch of stuff for next week. So thanks for checking this out, and thanks for tagging along with my sort of progress on everything I've painted this year. See you guys later.